Thomas Zane had ended our talk in what felt like a
Okay,
paranoid
yeah, we're back
fit.
here.
I had what I needed from him. There was another murder site in the hotel to guide me further toward my escape. I had to write my way to it. An idea nagged at me. I could almost reach it.
The word. Whispers from the police radio kept me awake at night. The word through the ether. A murder in the backdrop of a play featuring a murder cult. Huh. How meta can you get? He said, looking knowingly at the camera. I could sense the cult of the word in this, and their leader, Mr. Scratch. Rumored to be Alan Wake, the writer who'd gone missing years before.
The hotel was a perfect setting for a Casey story. I was on the right path.
I wonder if this was like the actual
I would
events
start
that
at the
Alex
entrance lobby.
went through in real life, and with like Saga and stuff.
The entrance hall set the mood, where everyone had come in. The victim, the murderer, the detective. An idea, clear as a vision, waited for me here.
So you were the director of this play?
Yeah, that's me. Our performance of the cult was cursed from the pre-show ritual on. The cult is an immersive theatrical experience.
Uh-huh. You're gonna have to walk me through what that means.
Immersive theater. A play where the audience can participate, spread across this hotel. The cult is a legend. The only written copy of the manuscript lost, the play is passed on as oral tradition between theater companies. Each company only performs it once. The play was said to have special power.
Feels
They were like kids
bullshit.
playing with a Ouija board. And when you call for the devil, he will come.
The pre-show ritual. That's it. Set it up. Start from the beginning.
Oh, wait, no, wait. Never mind. I was trying to sing something, but... Every planet I'm on, these bullets are balance I'm casting.
Layers upon layers. A play about a murder cult, infiltrated by a real murder cult.
Okay, you should. Okay. Separate game talk. I'm gonna talk about a separate game here. In Helldivers 2, you should be able to play like in the game whatever song you want to. Like if you can give like the YouTube URL or something.
I couldn't get in. I was missing something.
Final scene, new scene.
The troupe were busy building their own Wicker Man, where they themselves would be sacrificed. The prop room had been changed from room 104 to room 225.
I guess he wasn't a person, the shadow of hostility. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. Bing. Bingo. What's on the radio? I think it was. I don't remember what room it said. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Wake.
Yes, a flare gun. Flare gun ammunition will never not be useful. Okay, so obviously this room wasn't it. That's a lot of pizza. Actually, no, it's not enough pizza.
Good evening. A writer trapped in a dream world attempts to write a story to shape reality around him and escape. He is beset by visions leaking in from realities beyond his own. He uses those visions as inspiration for his stories, in hopes of giving them power to make them come true. Us, hidden few, know that ultimately he will succeed. But before that, many of his stories collapse back into the stuff that dreams are made of, to remain as they began, works of fiction. And yet, maybe there is a gleam of truth to be unearthed from these tales. A rare glimpse into the unseen realities beyond our own, offering us intriguing avenues of contemplation as they transpire in Night Springs.
Huh. That was something. Some on the roof here. Set to go this way. Oh, that's cool. Oh, for a word of power. That's neat. Into her we die, democracy arrives. Doing whatever freedom requires. Safer world and crash, super world never die. We are the hill
It could
divers.
easily open.
Okay, here, this one can be opened. In fact, I think it's the one that should have been opened. This place had a lot more than what I first led on to believe.
This is where they gathered before the play. This is where it began. The plot board was empty again. Another vision.
That's the stuff like the Dark Place.
Why set up a play in a hotel? Why this hotel?
Because the rent is cheap? No. The ocean view was perfect for this. It's said to be haunted. Dark stories about murder, death, suicide. Supposedly, an actual cult once performed an unspeakable ritual to summon something in the ballroom. Did we summon the same thing? Tapped into something horrifying? It seemed like it was part of the play, but it wasn't. Does that sound crazy?
You don't want to ask me about crazy, kid.
A haunted hotel. Yes. That's a trope for a reason. The plot board was empty again.
The more dark this gets, the more the dark presence is gonna try to take over.
Shit!
And here, one of these doors should lead me into the room. Yup. Yo, this place going. This place having a party. I can follow it. I don't know. Room 209. Oh.
This is Dr. Casper Darling, formerly of the Federal Bureau fluctuation in gravitational forces. Either something moved out of the way or my relative position to it changed. The alignment or condition of this whole.
Hey, Tim. New map, huh?
Yep. Like, I've never been to New York, but I can tell you that this ain't it.
I heard you humming again.
Yeah, I can't get this song out of my head. It's a real earworm. I hear it in my dreams.
I know that song you keep humming. It's the theme from Night Springs.
That old sci-fi show?
Sci-fi horror anthology. I used to write for a long time ago.
Like, it sounds a bit nuts, but I think the song is connected to Door. Or it's my subconscious telling me that this is all pretty out there.
I'd say a bit of both, but time to advance the story.
The ballroom would be the stage of a key scene in the play.
Oh, can I imagine if I could do the jazz number from Herald of Darkness in this?
The plot board
So
was
cool.
empty again. I need... The plot board was empty again. It's getting real, all right. I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up. I recognized my writer's room on the stage.
What was a nice set you got here? What? Nice set you got here. Nice set you got here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the coat mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
Mm-hmm. And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you, but turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that. The plot board was empty
Oh
again.
no.
I needed a new draft back at the beginning. This was something out of a horror story, but I had to keep going. This is not my writing. This is Scratch mocking me.
So this guy's room is always not altered by the story. It should be separate to the story. Let's see, where was the people?
The plot board was empty again. I needed... This was not the ritual murder scene I was looking
my
for.
advice,
This had
people are
just
dead.
been an appetizer
so
before the main course.
M-rated game gotta be M-rated. There's two things downstairs. I wonder if they have anything to do. Alright, now we're on the bottom floor. How is...
The plot board was empty again. I needed a new draft back at the beginning.
music? I'm missing something. Gotta figure out what.
Wake.
The plot board was empty again. I needed... The devil's path up the staircase was dark and weird.
No thanks. Let me save.
Wake. You're in my story.
Blood all this.
Wake.
Every single bit of
I felt the presence of a new idea here.
Someone's notion here.
Stayed in a hotel. Mr. Scratch, if that's who the actor playing the devil was, had stayed in the hotel. Asking around at reception got me a room number. 666. He had requested that room, specifically. The devil had a sense of humor. Or he really didn't. It was funny either way. According to the director, the actor hadn't mingled with the rest of the cast. He had only come out for the play. and always in character.
Interesting. They hired the devil to play the devil. Whoa, my game's lagging. I'm somewhere not on the map. Well, Alan Wake knows how to do mental
Scratch
horror.
in air. I could sense his presence lingering in the room. I was about to have another killer idea.
Okay, let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady. Oh, it was an honor to get to work with her. A grand dame for sure. She went back a long time. Kept insisting she had seen the long-lost original script of the play. She'd been with this mysterious writer, his muse. That was her role in the play. The muse.
She was staying in room 108, where the murder happened.
The set of the final scene, right. The devil comes, an unstoppable force crashing through the hotel through each scene.
Oh, no.
Executed with devastating mastery. And all leading up to him meeting his muse. It turns out he knew her. He had only joined the play to get to her.
To murder her.
Not you again.
Come on. Somewhere. There has to be like a light spot. Somewhere, I think. Some place with light. Yes.
Light ahead to hide. The dark presence had come for me. Drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker.
Can I think of the finale now?
The muse was the murder victim. The final scene took place in room 108.
I see.
The devil walked through the hotel, dragging the whole place to hell with him. The plot board was empty again. I needed a new draft.
Perfect. Climax. Wow. The music stopped too, though.
I needed to find the muse, the murder victim, room 108.
I wish your flashlight would still, you know, damage enemies slowly rather than fast, like it did in the original game.
This was the murder site. There was a record at the bottom of the bathtub, beneath the body.
Oh, murdered in the bathroom. That's
Another step.
what's her name?
Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before.
Oh,
It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Rick? Are I still trapped? We have the clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker. It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch. I have to find Return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through.
The
Initiation.
dark place
It's the only
isn't
way.
like them to get
The
a
story.
connection,
You can
so
do that. You
they're
can
both
write out...
confused.
It lasted only for a moment, like two planets passing in orbit.
Like
Saga Anderson was
Dragon
helping
Trust or something.
helping me go deeper, closer to escape. Somehow, I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of Return.
Some say that it moves forever, this road that I lose you.
Man, I ain't doing the song again. I like the song. I don't like it when it's repeated. When it's repeated over and over and over again, it's annoying then.
The plot board was empty again. I needed a new draft.
I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many freaking questions. Not letting us proper police take care of it.
This is our chance to make the powers that be happy. We'll be set for life. Part of the inner circle.
Well, amen to that, partner. I like it. And so will the fraternity, the club, the word. Our dear friends with many names. The way I see it, it was a lone nut job. A junkie out of his mind on some fancy new designer drug.
Open and shut case. All we gotta do now is dump the evidence from room 108 in the usual place in the alley.
I'm pretty sure I was just told to go check the alley.
Parliament Tower was here, again. Zane said the manuscript of Return was the key to escaping. I had to get it before Scratch did.
Had I chosen to pursue the cult, or had they chosen me for some unknowable purpose? To be a demon, to sort the clues based on my interpretation, to change that which I observed. It was all a play. Shadows on the wall of the cave, an echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else.
Yo, Ahti and the Janitors! Alright, Old Gods of Asgard got nothing on them. Best band, Ahti and the Janitors. The Old Gods got nothing on them. Nothing at all.
You got mail.
I have mail.
Go to hell!
Alice had
Hello
turned the
again.
bathroom into a dark room. I needed to get inside the manuscript.
A video game. Barry is the best character in all of Alan Wake. Because Barry is a good person.
For months after Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment. I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear.
Alice's work had consumed the apartment. Her whole life.
Barry Wheeler started visiting. Even could leave me alone.
Good on Barry. Guess I'm missing a trigger. Yup.
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed, and I picked up my camera.
Stream's a bit delayed, but it's not too bad. Well, actually, I don't know what the difference is with my microphone.
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
I'm more trying to figure out how you got these box TVs with no cords. Not even a power button. Not even a power cord. How did you get these TVs to run without power? Magic. Witchcraft. Witch.
World hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be. That vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot. Put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
I'm willing to bet I can get this game done today if I just stream for a fuck-ton while.
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
Who the hell was that?
Some say that it moves forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it moves forever, this road. Some say that it moves forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it moves forever, this road. It's not meant for me. The meant only for you, I see. Wake up, it's only a dream on a winding road. Now they're in my bed, in the dark chamber of my head.
Don't care.
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice. I needed a new draft of the story.
Superhero. Oh, this is what played with Saga. Yup, this is what played with Saga. So. Oh yeah, by the way, literally all of this is just spoilers. Well, everything, the thing below the Old Gods Asgard right there, that's spoilers. Well, I don't know, but it would seem interesting if I could.
Zane had said
But now I
we
must
worked on
write.
Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of Initiation.
And this should be the last loot for Alan. This is the end of Alan's story. It's also probably one of the most disturbing ones. Mainly because his hair is actually messed up. I wish I had hair like that.
I don't have time for this, so let's get it over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice.
Get my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth.
She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this.
Saga, he literally just pulled Saga in.
Peeking in. Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our Night Springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
Whatever you say.
Oh, I was already awake and I didn't fall on
Zane, the masks were finally coming off. Was it a sign I was closer to escaping?
Wait,
I
then.
had no time to waste.
Oh, I entered through over here this time. Okay.
Alan Wake.
Hurry, Tom. Wake. Here is the light at the end of the tunnel. Jumalauta, that held you close, Tom. Mutta go onward, set the granny in the snow. When the panic is biggest, the help is also near.
Door didn't seem happy to see me this time.
Hearing the master is the root of wisdom. But don't let the game get you down. He's playing his role. Maybe put him in your films, Tom. Like you have put me. Sehän olisikin.
What films?
I'm a fan of your masterworks. There is Tom the Poet, my favorite. And Yöten Yö is the most famous one, of course. And is it true what I hear? That it's coming back to cinemas soon? Is there a bottom to this rumor?
I need to get back to my apartment. Can you help me?
Well, plan is half done. You asked me to make sure you won't forget mikä se valokuva oli? The light pictures. The photos your artist wife took. They are waiting in the shoebox in the basement. What you leave behind, you find in front of you.
Okay. Thanks, Adi.
I'm looking forward to seeing Yöten Yö in the cinema. But first I work. And the work won't end even when you do it well. One potato at a time. Just remember though, the brave will eat the bees.
I would find Alice's photos in a shoebox.
Wake. Wake. Not wake.
A bullet of light to push the darkness away.
These were Alice's photos. I recognized the style. One showed the clicker sinking into darkness. The other showed a light in the shape of a bullet. They were important, even if I didn't know what to do with them yet.
Escape is probably not the right word here. More like leave. Because escaping implies you're being chased by someone. And I am very much not being chased by anything here. Something's different in this version.
Now you're falling apart. The light is a poisonous, poisonous dart, forever seeking out the darkest part. Forever, forever, forever your heart.
I'm lost in the dark, drowning. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. No way out. There's no way out. It's deeper, deeper, deeper. This is hell. I'm hell. I'm tired. I wish I was dead. I'm tired. I just want to sleep, please. Let me sleep. I'm so tired. I just want to go home. I've written so much. I write.
POV, school.
It's all gone. I don't know how to write. All the words are gone. There's no more words. Where's he going? Can I use the words? I recognize these words. Where are the words moving? Oh, this is familiar. Oh, why is this familiar? I've been here before. Have I said this before? I've read this somewhere. Where am I? Who am I? Oh, wait. That's a strange name. Wait, that sounds like a character name. I write that name up. I make that one name up. I don't want to be a character. I want to be the story. Just write these out of the story. Ram these words down your throat. Let you choke on these words. I know the words. See your words. You can't take the words. I repeat the words. These are my words. Stop using the words. The words. Also, the word. This isn't your story. It never was your story. The story is a monster. The story will eat you alive. The darkness is coming. The darkness inside. This is my story. You're in my story. Get out of my story. You are a character in my story. You can't stop the story. This story will go on forever. There's no escape. You will never escape. You won't drown here. You're stuck in a room. You don't have a clue. You're lost. You're lost in blind.
I'm surprised this guy didn't win Best Performer. Like, sir, that is something.
To get to Parliament Tower, I needed to find a murder site. Zane would know where to find one.
What, y'all want torture me some more? Or are you gonna let me get where I need to go?
Zane's room, 665, was upstairs. The elevator would take me there.
Then where's the damn elevator?
I needed...
Okay. Let me think. That's the elevator. That looked like a door.
Something told me Zane wouldn't be happy to see me this time.
I'm in control now. The second you try anything, I will shoot you in the head. Scratch wrote return, not me. You're a fucking liar.
You'd given up. You stopped writing. You said it was too dangerous, that we didn't deserve to get out. And then he showed up.
Why is his right eye look crooked?
He promised to write.
Or if you're not thinking too hard, his left eye.
He was magnificent.
Looks weird.
A visionary. I mean, it was art. Then, when he finished, he took a return and left me behind.
It's still here, and so is he.
I know I fucked up. But you can still catch him before he gets out, before he gets to your wife. When you get to him, don't hesitate. Kill the bastard for what he did to us. There's a murder site in my cinema where my film Nightless Night is playing.
The actor is the same as the other. Put him down. Thank you.
I told you not to try anything.
Hold it.
Oh, mercy. Thousands have gone missing. Beyond the labyrinth of me. When you're lost in your own company. And cut! Oh. Now that is drama.
This game probably has some kind of like speedrunning potential, and I do not want to try that because this game is ton long.
Linear construct does not apply to this place. I mean, is it because I never truly believed that was time through nature?
Sorry, Dr. What was his name? Dr. Darling. The Poets.
I had to find the movie theater Poets Cinema. The next murder site was there. Zane had created the film in tandem with Return to escape the dark place. I could see the searchlight beams of the movie theater on the far side of the plaza.
My way. I have a game to beat. I missed both my shotgun shots. Okay, that was a bit close for comfort. Thank you, game.
I couldn't force it open. The cinema lobby was a gateway to other realities on the silver screen. I could set a scene here.
Hard case Casey, cold case Casey, final case Casey. So which one came first? So they're talking about this one. So I guess it was first, second, third. Worst case Casey. Worst case Casey. My God. So with all these. right, gotta get this.
I felt like I'd been on this case looking for the cult of the word for a lifetime or more. The only case I'd ever been on. They would surface from the dark with their depraved acts of violence and fade back into the night, leaving behind bloody crime scenes and clues heavy with obscure meanings that led nowhere. Arriving at the cinema, I felt a monumental, terrifying revelation trembling before me, ready to open its jaws and swallow me whole.
This place had significance to the cult. There was something to use there. The first step toward the murder site. I was making progress.
And I guess final case Casey is the end.
I was missing something.
Whoa. Haven't found a word of action in a while.
Someone had barricaded themselves in the room.
I went there.
I needed a new draft of the story. One that would get me. I needed a new draft of the story. One that would get me ahead.
Yup.
Buddy, you a lot of good to talk, buddy. Do you a lot of good to talk. Do you a lot of good to talk, buddy.
It was an initiation ceremony. Or so we made our new members believe. Two of New York's finest. They had performed endless favors to earn their place among us. We had something special waiting for them. And something very special for you, Alex Casey.
Who's your leader? Alan Wake? Scratch? Zane? Give me a name!
You will meet him soon enough.
There was no end to the corruption. It fit the genre, so I'd use it. I needed a new draft.
There we go. I couldn't move.
Only horror comes out of people.
My God. Can you tell me the order of the Casey movies?
Did I stop writing at some point? I can't stop. There's too much at stake. I needed a new draft. The cops had gotten their 15 minutes of fame with the cult, and it had been a scream. They were the murder victims. I had to find a way into the projection booth somehow.
The urban legends circling Thomas Zane were a bottomless rabbit hole. I'd done some digging. To film freaks, he was a mythic auteur in the art house cinema. A rising star coming to America from Finland. But he only created one film, Tom the Poet, before he went missing. Mirroring the vanishing of the main character in the movie, played by himself. The biggest mystery was around his lost film, an early work made in Finland, Nightless Night, rumored to have mystic properties. Some claimed it was a snuff film, that the ritual murder in the film was an actual murder. There were no known surviving copies, but the cult chased it as if it were their unholy grail. Just like Wake's books were.
I needed a new draft of the story. One that would get...
Yo, oh right, this is the short film. So for reference, the creators of Alan Wake made an entire short film for this.
Following your master into La La Land. A sad bunch of clowns in funny masks and hoods, pretending to be a secret society.
Maybe it is you who's playing a role, Mr. Casey. A role carefully laid out for you. A puppet blindly performing the ritual steps for the glory of the cult. Huh?
What the fuck have you been smoking?
Nightless Night. A clip of the lost film survived. You will see, Mr. Casey. In the Nightless Night, you will finally see.
Nightless Night was Zane's film. It played a role in this story.
But first,
I needed a new draft of the story. One that would get me ahead of
New York's
Scratch.
finest. Because with the lights out, I'm wondering if the door appears unlocked.
It could not be opened on the side. I could transfer the light in my lamp to his. The light of the lamp shone out of the screen and revealed the door.
Shows a door. It says, "Where's the door?" Oh, that one.
I was back out into the night. The seedy alley away from prying eyes was a good scene for dark deeds.
Let me think. What's the newest one? Clip of Love.
The story was affecting the scene.
I don't think this is the one.
The police car felt important to the story.
I don't think they're gonna want us to, like, cut off a finger or something for this initiation, do you?
Nah, I'm sure we'll just chant some ceremonial stuff. Nothing to it.
Well, it's about time. We paid our dues, made plenty of their problems disappear, dumped all those nobodies down that chute.
What we did or didn't do, it's all behind us now. We're going straight to the top, partner.
Yep, like we died and went to heaven.
You ain't going to heaven. You's going to hell. Okay. Why is this important? I see. That's why it's important. I'm trying to relearn all these puzzles. I've done them before.
Straight to the top.
But
the dirty cops looked down on the city. Their city. They had committed repulsive deeds to get there. They told themselves it was worth it.
And I'm gonna have to pause the stream. See, well, actually, no, I'll just stop